máa ṣàlàyé fún wa nípa bàbá Asake, ìyá Asake, Asake fúnra rẹ̀, ọmọ t'Asake bí, ìyàwó tó bímọ f'Asake, àtàwọn àbúrò Asake àtàwọn colleagues Asake tọ́jọ́ jẹ́ set tọ́jọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àtọ̀gá Asake. Now bàbá Asake àti ìyá Asake, ìgbà tí bàbá Asake t'Asake pé ọmọ ọdún 3, òun ni ìyá Asake ti fi bàbá Asake sílẹ̀ tọ́wọ́n ti fẹ́ra wọn mọ́ tó ti kú òǹlé. Asake wà lọ́mọ ọdún 3. Bàbá Asake yìí ló tọ́jú ọmọ yìí títí ló máa mọ́ ọmọ yìí lọ sí school, ló ń ṣe dáadáa fún ọmọdé, ló tọ́jú ẹ̀. Àti ìyá máa lo ìyá bàbá Asake ló tọ́jú Asake. Ẹ wá wo ìyá tó ti fọmọ́lẹ̀ láti ọmọ ọdún 3 tó tẹ̀lé lómi lọ, débi pé tíṣà school Asake kọ́mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ nínú pósì tá kọ́kọ́ pósì tẹ́lẹ̀ òun lẹ́ ń wò yìí, tó sọ nígbà yẹn wàhálà bàbá Asake lórí ọmọdé, páànù àwọn máa ń ṣe pé kí ló dé ọkùnrin ló ń ṣe bí ìyá ló ń ṣe fún bàbá fọmọdé yìí. Má ló jẹ́ nìkan tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ tó dẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ Asake. Èèyàn lè burú, yes, má ló burú, àwọn bàbá tiwa náà burú, wọ́n tẹ̀ burú ju má ló lọ, àmọ́ búburú tó burú wọ́n fi ń tọ́ wa sójú ọ̀nà, wọ́n fi ń kọ́ wa láfi yantaya tá a fi yàyàkuyà. Ẹ má mix ẹ̀, má ló abiyamọ ni tó tọ́jú ọmọ, ó lè burú. Ẹni tó bá tọ́mọ ní Lagos Island tó bá fẹ́ kọ́mọ ẹ̀yà dáadáa burú. Òun l'Asake náà fi dín tó dà pẹ̀lú àlùbáríkà àwọn bàbá yẹn. Now ọ̀rọ̀ tí tíṣà máa lo tó sọ tíṣà Asake kọ́mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ òun lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn. Òun náà pè wọlé lánàá tó ṣàdúrà pé no kò bá má rí báyìí. Ẹ wá wò láti gbà tí ìyá Asake ti fi bàbá Asake sílẹ̀, bàbá Asake ò fẹ́yàwó míì. Òun nìkan pẹ̀lú ọmọdé yìí ni tó ń pọn Asake kiri, débi pé tí bàbá yìí olórin ni bàbá yìí ajíwèrè ni. Tí bàbá Asake bá ń lọ sí òde tó bá fẹ́ lọ jíwèrè, ó máa ń mú Asake lẹ́yìn. Ibi tí inspiration Asake ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan fún ṣe orin ara bàbá yìí ni. Ìgbà tó ń ṣe cultural dance, tí bàbá yìí bá dìde lórí ìlú, àwọn ìlú gbẹ̀dú tó ń lù yẹn, irú ìlú yẹn lẹ́ ń wo old photo Asake tí mo gbé wá yìí. Àwọn tọ́jọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́dún náà tọ́jọ́ jẹ́ sàwáwù, òun lẹ́ ń wo ṣinko boss, Asake ló tẹ̀lé, ìyàn dáadáa gúnró, gbẹ́nu sí Èkó bàló, gbogbo wọn nìyẹn. Bàbá yìí máa dìde ara ní Asake yá bọ́bẹ̀, ó yá àwọn náà máa lù. Gbogbo nǹkan ló fi train ọmọdé yìí, ló fi dúró tí ló fi support ẹ̀. Débi pé mọ́tò tí bàbá yìí gan ń lò ń gbà yẹn, ó ta mọ́tò yìí láti fi tọ́jú Asake, láti fi hàn ní school, láti fi hàn nílé ìwé. Torí bàbá Asake máa lo jayéjayé ni, ẹni tọ́lọ́ ń kẹ́ tó wà òkè, gbajúmọ̀ ni sọmọ rí ni nínú Èkó. Tí ó bá ṣe pé bàbá yìí gan ní stroke, mo fọlọ́run búra kò ní wojú ọmọ kankan kó dìjẹ́ ẹni tó yẹ pé ọmọ gbòòrò tó ń ṣe dáadáa nú ayé ni. Ó máa dìde, ó yá ìwọ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa lùlù, tó yẹ pé kò sọmọ bíbí inú ìsàlẹ̀ kó kan tí ò mọ Asake, tí ò mọ máa lo bí máa lo ṣe máa ń pọn Asake kiri. Débi pé ìgbà tí ìyá Asake fi bàbá Asake sílẹ̀, ó pẹ́ láì mọyì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún pé fẹ́yàwó mi, iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ lè má bá báyìí lọ. Ní bàbá yìí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́yàwó mi, ìyàwó mi tí bàbá Asake fẹ́, ọmọ mi tó bí ń sìn ọmọ 18 years, ó yọ 18 years kúrò nínú ọjọ́ orí Asake 33 àbí 34 ẹ̀yọ́kù kẹwo years tó take bàbá Asake kan tó fẹ́yàwó mi kó tó bímọ fún wọn. The funniest part orin tí mo kọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ìyàwó tẹ́nìkan kọ sílẹ̀ tó lóun gbóṣì sílẹ̀ lẹ́nìkan ń dọ̀bálẹ̀. Ìyá Asake yìí ìgbà tó máa ṣe bẹbẹ tó máa ṣe fọ́rífọ́rí, olórin kan gbajúgbajà olórin nínú Èkó yìí, bàbá Asake yìí gan máa ń náwó fẹ́ lórin tí mò ń sọ yìí, gẹ́gẹ́ bí palágbé sálágbé tó dẹ̀ jújọ́ mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé kókó lè kó máa ń kó Èkó kó ṣá, ọ máa ń náwó fẹ́ lórin yìí. Olórin yìí nìyá Asake wá padà lọ fẹ́, nìyá Asake tẹ̀lé lọ. Nǹkan tó fà tó fi túká èmi ò ní sọ yẹn ń bí. Kí ni bàbá Asake fi kàn ìyá Asake, kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gan tó fi fẹ́ àwọn ọmọ tí Asake fi lélẹ̀, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ máa fi yẹn kún. Olórin yìí nìyá Asake wá tẹ̀lé ló wá ń fẹ́, débi pé olórin yìí máa kọjá nínú ìsàlẹ̀kó lójú ológun níbi tí bàbá Asake máa ń jókòó sí pẹ̀lú àwọn bodyguard ẹ̀ àtàwọn dílẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀lé, ó máa kápá kọjá nínú ojú olókun láti lè máa fi olórin yìí ráìdì bàbá Asake pé wo ẹni tí mò ń fẹ́ ń sẹ ẹni tí mò ń tẹ̀lé. òun lolórin fi wá kọrin, orin yìí ló kọ láti fi bá bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ hàn pé ńgbà yẹn Èkó pẹ̀lú fàájì pé ìyàwó tẹ́nì kọ́kọ́ sílẹ̀ tó lóun gbóṣì sílẹ̀ lẹ́nìkan ń dọ̀bálẹ̀. Gbogbo yín ti mẹ́rin tó kọrin ẹ̀dẹ̀mẹ́rin tí mò ń sọ. Mi wá bí láti wá dá ọkọ̀ because mi sọ pé mi ní attack anybody, mo kọ̀ wá bí láti wá ṣe clarification. ẹ̀yin ní bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ ó tọmọ ni o. Now Ìyá Àṣàkẹ́ ó wá ní ìyàwó tó bímọ fún. Ọmọ tó bí yẹn ń sin ọmọkùnrin tó jẹ́ gé àkọ́ṣẹ́ Àṣàkẹ́ á ti máa lọ bí 13 years báyìí. Ọmọ yìí àti ìyàwó tó bímọ f'Àṣàkẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ ni wọ́n ń gbé. Bàbá yìí ló ń tọ́jú ọmọ, ló ń tọ́jú ìyàwó. Wọ́n ń gbé ní nọ́mbà 89 Adéníjì Àdèlé road. Ilé yẹn lẹ́wọ̀ tí mo gbé sí ilé yẹn òun rè. Bàbá yìí ló ń tọ́jú ìyàwó, ló ń tọ́jú ọmọ. Táìmù kan tọ́rọ̀ Mohbad ṣẹlẹ̀ kọ́lọ́n bá fọ̀run kẹ́, òun l'Àṣàkẹ́ ra mọ́tò fún bàbá ẹ̀ Lexus RS 350 ni bàbá yìí sì ti lọ páàkì mọ́tò yẹn. Ó lè maintain ẹ̀, kò sówó, kò sí bóyá fẹ́ live. Owó ilé tó gbà fún ilé yìí ó gbà fún bàbá yìí ní ìsínà 2020 àbí 21 tí n bá gbàgbé. Ilé yìí owó ilé yìí ti deal láti January tí bàbá yóò owó ilé yìí san. Wọ́n ní táwọn bá ń pè kò gbé fóònù àwọn ọmọ láti bí ijọ́ mẹ́ta. Àwọn pé kò pí kọ́ mọ̀. Owó ilé ti deal. Bàbá yìí fẹ́ san owó ilé. Ìyàwó àtọmọ ló wà lákàtẹ́ yìí. Báwo ló yẹ fẹ́ survive? Kò rí attention ọmọdé yìí mọ́. Mr. Shonibare tó kọ́kọ́ ṣe fídíò tó post ń jọ sí. Àwọn ń lọ ni bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ pé wọ́n pé àbúrò mi wá ṣàánú mi o, fún mi lówó o. Lọ́wọ́ pé kí n fún yín lówó bá wẹ́wà ókè náà. Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ṣé ẹ̀ ń prank mi ní ẹ̀yin ló wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣàlàyé pé látìgbà tóun ti ń pọmọ òun kò gbé fóònù òun kọ́lọ̀ ń ṣàánú òun. Wípé fún gan àwọn ti rògùn ìpúté sílé pé wàhálà yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Ipa wọn ti lọ síbi tó ti ń ta sniper, àwọn ti ra sniper. Tá fáwọn ni pé ṣé kíní ti wá di pé wọn kàn ń tàfẹ́ ní our person táwọn ti fẹ́ gbé jẹ. Ṣó nígbà tí bàbá yìí bá wá parẹ́ àwa là ń ṣòkù ya bàbá celebrity kan kú. No, it's not done. Òun lọ́ fi wá ní àbúrò mi wá ṣàánú mi o, bá ń pariwo sáyé àwọn òwà òkè o, káwọn èèyàn má fojú pa àwọn wà òkè o, àwọn ò rí tọ́jú o. Lẹ́ni yẹn Mr. Shonibare fi ṣe fídíò tó ṣe pẹ̀lú bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ débi pé ìyàwó tó bímọ f'Àṣàkẹ́ yìí òun kàn fẹ́ join fídíò yẹn pé kóun náà sọ̀rọ̀ páwọn ò rí tọ́jú, káwọn èèyàn bóun bẹ̀ kó tọ́jú àwọn. Bàbá yìí ló kí pé rọ o, kò sí tó kàn wọ́n fòun lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú kádà òun àtàwọn olólùfẹ́ òun kó ṣàánú òun. Ó yẹ wá sọ fún mi ẹni kò tọ́jú ọmọ. Báwo ni ò ṣe tọ́jú ọmọ? Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin sọmọrí, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ bá pawó ẹ tọ́jú ìyàwó yín o, ẹ tọ́jú ọmọ yín o, àmọ́ ẹ tọ́jú ara yín náà. Ẹ tọ́jú ara yín o. Mo wá ń bẹ Ọlọ́ládé Ahmed Ọdúnsì Àṣàkẹ́ Ahmedo, mo fọlọ́run bẹ̀ bá a tọ́jú bàbá yìí. He's your father. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká kọsẹ̀ látara àwọn òbí. Ó wà nínú Kùránì, ó wà nínú Bible pé no matter what ká tọ́jú àwọn òbí wa, ká fa àwọn àtọ́lọ́run lẹ̀, àwọn àtọ́lọ́run lẹ̀ lójú, àmọ́ ká má kọsẹ̀ látara wọn. Ìwọ tiwa lórí àwọn òbí wa ká ṣe. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin agbọ̀rọ̀ dùn, bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ ó tọ́jú ọmọ, abímọ máa wò ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin blọ́gà onísọnù tẹ́fẹ́ lórúkọ tipátipá tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ kúlẹ̀kúlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ ni mo kàn yan fún yín, ni mo ṣàlàyé fún yín nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Díẹ̀ ni mo yan fún wa yẹn. Mo á fẹ́ fún olórin kan, mo fẹ́ fi ṣe sample fún gbogbo wa. Olórin yìí gbajúgbajà olórin ni, sọmọrí ni, onífújì ni, kọ́nà má yẹ kó wálẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Olórin tí mo sọ yìí ojú olókun ni olórin yìí gbé fúngbà díẹ̀ nínú ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó, sọmọrí ni. Látìgbà tó lórin yìí tó ti wá dípọ́n gbéra tán tó kó inú ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó tọ́lọ́run ti ṣàánú ẹ̀tàn tó kò dẹ̀ ní wálẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Olórin yìí padà wá sínú ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó, ó ra generator, wọ́n ṣe street light, wọ́n tún gba èèyàn tó ń sanwó fún, ó dẹ̀ ṣàánú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọ ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó tó gbé sókè tí wọ́n hàn lọ́wọ́, nínú wọn lèmi gan wà. Àṣàkẹ́ I'm begging you in the name of Almighty God, come back to your trench. Àwọn tẹ́jọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ help wọn. Àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ lọ́kùnrin bá wa help wọn. Ògo ni ẹ o ń ṣògo ògo ìdílé nìkan ò dẹ̀ ń ṣògo Nàìjíríà nìkan, ògo àgbáyé ò ní ṣubú ò ní wálẹ̀ o. Help àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀, help bàbá ẹ̀, help àwọn family ẹ̀, àwọn sàwáwù tẹ́jọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ help wọn. Ọ̀gá tó kọ́ ẹ ń ṣẹ́ nígbà tó ń ṣe cultural dance help ẹ̀. Ṣáì láti ní impact láti nípa nínú ayé wọn. Àwọn tó ṣe dáadáa ṣe nígbà tó ti jẹ nǹkan kan help wọn. Àwọn tó ń ṣe dáadáa ṣe help wọn kí wọ́n lè máa ga sí ni o. À ń fowó yanró, à dẹ̀ ń fi ibi san oore. Please my brother, no matter what, your father is still your father. Oh, never fẹ́ lómi kó fi replace daddy ẹ̀. My brother, I'm still begging you, má listen sáwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe ẹ lọ́nà tó ń sọ̀sọ́kùsọ fún ẹ̀yẹn o. N tèmi mọ̀ tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà àwọn ọmọ sàlẹ̀kó dẹ̀ mọ̀, your father is a good and responsible father tó dẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa lórí ẹ̀. Bá a ṣàánú wọn, bá wa ṣàánú wọn. Bóyá kó gbé bàbá yìí travel, kán lọ tọ́jú wọn, kán fún wọn ní ìtọ́jú tó péye. John torí tọ́ lọ́hùn mọ́tò ń sìn máa ló ti lọ páàkì because wọ́n lè maintain ẹ̀ láti bí ọdún méjì sẹ́yìn sí mẹ́ta ń sìn wọ́n ti páàkì mọ́tò. Ebi ń pa bàbá yìí need the financial assistant. Please help your father and do something for your father. I'm begging you. I'm not praying for your downfall. O ní ṣubú o ní wálẹ̀ o. O máa lọ sókè sí ní lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àmọ́ please help your father. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin onísọkúsọ lórí social media, bàbá Asake ó tọ́jú Asake. Kọ́mẹ̀ntì tíṣà tó jẹ́ tíṣà Asake òun lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn. Àwọn tọ́jọ́ jẹ́ sàwáwá Asake tọ́jọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà yẹn àwọn lẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n sì ń fẹ́ kí Asake kó jọ kó help wọn. So Asake, Ọlọ́run á gbàdúrà ẹ̀ ò ní ṣubú o. And Iya Asake, please, I'm begging you, do the needful. Do the needful. Ẹ ní fi ẹlòmíì, ẹ ní fi ṣe bàbá ọmọ yín o. Ẹ ṣe nǹkan tó tọ́ àti nǹkan tó yẹ nítorí ẹnìkan torí ọ̀la ni ká lè rójú rere Ọlọ́run. So any other thing tó bá tún kù lẹ́yìn ilé màá tún máa padà feed yín. So I'm not here to attack anybody. Yínká TNT always ẹ máa confam òdodo kẹ́ tó máa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ má kàn máa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ anyhow. Ẹ máa fi ara balẹ̀ kẹ́ wádìí òfin tó tó. Tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ try láti reach àwọn tọ́rọ̀ kàn kẹ́ tó dá sí. Ẹ má ya ilé tí kan ilé tí ọ̀fẹ́ tẹ́ kàn máa gbọ́n lórí social media tẹ́yìn náà kàn máa bẹ́ẹ̀lù. Èkó ló ń pe bí o. Ìsàlẹ̀ kó yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo ibi. Ìsàlẹ̀ kó ní òde ká ilà àyín náà Lagos kókó lè kó ń kó Èkó òkú ṣàrè. Asake, please help your father. Malo, Ọlọ́run á fún yín lálàáfíà. Ọlọ́run á dá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà. Ọlọ́run á gbé yín lọ́wọ́ sókè. Ọlọ́run á fún yín lálàáfíà lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ní jẹ̀bi, ẹ ní jẹ̀bi, ẹ ní jẹ̀bi. Ọlọ́run á fi àánú yín á fi sáwọn ọmọ yín lójú lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nana Asake, àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ náà bá wa help wọn. John torí tán, give back to your community. Ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó òun níbi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Please come back to your community láti pé kíwọ náà kò nípa kò dẹ̀ ní part nínú ayé àwọn èèyàn níbẹ̀.
Something is not right. Why is he doing for the mother? He did for the father at a point. That was why I pinned this one. They said he bought a car. He was the one that rented the house. He was the one that he was working as a civil servant, so he must have collected his retirement benefits. So we don't know the kind of life even Baba is living, that Asake is looking and say, I don't have money to give you. Maybe that was what motivated Asake to respond now when all of us are shouting. Asake is like, be shouting. When you finish shouting, you will let me rest. And Asake did this. They say this was when he bought the van. Walk about, thank you for the job you are doing. This is when he bought a car for the man. Asake has answered us.
lè táyé lọ́rùn, ó lè táyé lọ́rùn, táyé lọ́rùn, ó lè táyé lọ́rùn, táyé.
You think it's every child that can endure pains? You think it's every child that can deal with trauma? No, the trauma they are dealing with is coming back to you. God help you if you now need them. And no matter how you plan it, sometimes if karma is sitting down somewhere for you, we can only appeal. We can only appeal. Even from the little video. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ńbẹ̀ kó kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Whoever wants to learn from it, let him learn. Whoever does not want to learn, let him not learn. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa sọ fún yín, we always tell you. You don't like hearing it as a man, but it's the truth. Most times, obìnrin ló lọ́mọ. Obìnrin ló lọ́mọ. This is why you men should learn from all this. What is the benefit of the money you have? What is the benefit of your plan that you have made perfect and your children don't want to have anything to do with you? Maybe because me, I love children too much. I want my children around me at all the time. I keep saying it. If I have to remarry today, if I decide, no, I'm not saying no. If I have to, somebody come and say, I want to marry you, I love you, and I see the man say, okay, eléyìí o kò ṣe kíní kan, ṣo ready, ṣo serious, tí mo rí pé wà okay, porí ẹ̀ settle. I'm not living where my children. I'm not living where my children are. I want to be around where my children are, because they are the source of my joy. Maybe because of the mentality, I don't know, bóyá ọkùnrin yẹ yàtọ̀ sóbìnrin, the way we look at things. Pé ọmọ kìíní kan. So the way some men will even talk, I'm read now. Bẹ́ṣẹ́ rí ẹ̀yin gan-an kọ́ àwọn obìnrin yìí lóró. The way some of you comment on social media. Pé ọmọ kan ṣe kinní kan, ọmọ tó bá ṣe kinní kan. Ṣé nǹkan táwọn bàbá tiwa náà sọ nígbà tá a kéré? Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ tọ̀rọ̀. Téèyàn bá roró táwọn bàbá yẹn dá lọ́rọ̀ tán máa ń sọ jáde. Ẹ̀yin generation sí ìyẹn, you know that fẹ́ máa sọ rú ẹ̀. I was discussing with somebody yesterday. I said this new generation men, hey, what they will suffer, it passed waiting some of our fathers suffer. I said, you know why? I said these women of today, they are not taking it easy. By the time you look at comments all over the place, they are not taking it easy at all. I say any man will love himself, better work and plan well. Proactive. I said because the way tí àwọn obìnrin tí wọ́n fi ń para kò funny, and it is what some words nígbà tá kéré téèyàn máa sọ wípé wá bí tí n bá bímọ máa bímọ mi, kíyàwó bá kọ ni ìyàwó mi la máa fẹ́ kíní kan. These some words you will say out of your mouth tọ́mọ máa gbọ́. Ẹ tún ni mo kọ́ ẹ tọmọtọmọ. Ẹ wálé mí ní ẹ̀ tó bá di later in life. Ọmọ yẹn máa di ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mú, after all, ẹ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ wa tọmọtọmọ. Àìmọye àwọn bàbá ní generation àwọn bàbá wa tá a rí nígbà tó máa kú. Ìmí tí ò kú tó síkì kó tó kú tí àwọn ọmọ jìnnà sí tán sá fún pé wọn ò tiẹ̀ rántí pé ó exist mọ́. Not because pé òun kọ́ ló bí wọn, but because àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tóun náà ti fi ìbínú sọ jáde. Ṣé a máa sọ wípé Àṣàkẹ́ ò mọ̀ wípé wọ́n gbé òun sílẹ̀? Ṣé a máa sọ wípé Àṣàkẹ́ ò mọ̀ pé bàbá òun ló tọ́jú òun dé stage kan? Ẹ jẹ́ ká sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀, something is not clicking somewhere. In as much as I empathize with this man, I feel his pain. Àánú ẹ̀ ṣe mí gan, ó ṣe mí bí kí n lówó ni kí n sáré send ẹ̀ sí wọn pé dáàdì ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ gbà ẹ̀ máa manage eléyìí ká fi rójú tu ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Báyìí máa bí Àṣàkẹ́ náà ni a máa appeal sí, but a gbọ́dọ̀ downplay nǹkan tó bá mú Àṣàkẹ́ make a decision yìí. Bóyá bàbá ẹ̀ sí ń bẹ̀, bóyá bàbá yìí ń ṣe ìgboro kó tó di pé wọ́n wá síkì pátápátá tí Àṣàkẹ́ rí pé owó tóun sẹ́ndì sí wọn bàbá fi ń ṣe ìgboro ni àti mọ̀ báyìí máa appeal s'Àṣàkẹ́ náà ni stage tí bàbá yìí dé kò lè ṣe gboro mọ́ òun la máa ń sọ kò sí mo yìí sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní alẹ́ àná with somebody mo ní kò sí old age is real for everybody tó bá dé stage kan àwọn mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ ẹni yẹn ń sọ̀rọ̀ relationship ẹ̀ fún mi ni mo ní lọ fara ẹ balẹ̀ lọ kọjú sáwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ fa àwọn ọmọ ẹ ṣayọ̀ kó ra ẹsẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ kan ní kí ló ń stress ara ẹ fún mo ní nǹkan tí òye majority àwọn ọkùnrin wa tàjọ age group àtàwọn tó wà a little bit bóyá 60 ni o 58 ni o èyí tí ò bá gentle ní stage yìí tó bá yìí fi pé mi ni mo wà ń bẹ̀ mi ni mo wà ń bẹ̀ mo ní ọjọ́ iwájú ló máa kọrin for everybody mo lọ́mọ lóbìnrin ò gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré because and that is why tẹ́ pé ó rí àkẹ́tọ́rọ́bìnrin ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ but very rare àkẹ́tọ́rọ́bìnrin tó máa sunkún bọ́ta pé gbà mí àwọn ọmọ mi ò tọ́jú mi very rare àánú yẹn wà ń bẹ̀ because níjọ́ tó wà níjọ́ tí ò sí ìyá máa takú tọmọ ni ọjọ́ tó máa mu gàárì ìyá máa make sure níbo ni bàbá wà bàbá ti wà pẹ̀lú obìnrin míì níbo ni bàbá wà bàbá ti ṣe fine boy lọ it's only for a matter of time ó dẹ̀ ti súnmọ́ ọjọ́ alẹ́ yìí ló majority wa ta la wà lórí Facebook especially àsìkò yẹn la wà yìí àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin ó ti ń kọjú in fact majority ti ń deal pẹ̀lú a lot of issues lọ́wọ́ gan ebéyàn lẹni tó pè mí ọkùnrin kùnrin 60 years old ẹ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ if you are a young man tó yìí young ẹ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá tún sọ nǹkan fún yín tó máa ń jẹ́ kí obìnrin tán fi máa ń kó bitterness sí ọkàn ọmọ obìnrin èrò obìnrin ni wípé if you love me if you love my children that yeah we consider them my children but our children ló yẹ kó jẹ́ you will not hurt me. You won't hurt me. Ní kẹ́ gbàgbàkúgbà mára ṣùgbọ́n ibi tọ́mọ bá ti wà ẹ jẹ́ ká máa tẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́. Mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ìyá yẹn náà fi bọ́ta but ìyá tó gbọ́mọ sílẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ oṣù mẹ́ta náà tó sáré lọ fọ́kọ míì náà lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ó yẹ ká béèrè lójú èmi ìyá Àṣàkẹ́ àti bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ àwọn méjèèjì náà kó trauma s'Àṣàkẹ́ lára àwọn méjèèjì ni but of course ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ le obìnrin àtọmọ I keep telling men àfi tẹ́ bá ń tanra yín obìnrin ló lọ mọ ṣe rí kóòdù yẹn kóòdù tó sòyà àtọmọ pọ̀ ó le gan that is why some of you ask pé a child can forgive the mother but very tough for them to forgive the father. Kò sẹ́ni tí ó mọ̀ pé bàbá gbogbo ayé ni wọ́n ṣe bó ṣe kọ́ wa ni bá ṣe gbá ni bàbá gbogbo ayé. Mi ní bàbá Àṣàkẹ́ right mi ní ìyá Àṣàkẹ́ right Àṣàkẹ́ lọ̀rọ̀ yìí kàn jù tó bá ń tọ́jú ìyá ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń tọ́jú bàbá ẹ̀ ní gbọ́ nǹkan kan kò sẹ́ni tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá gan ò ní bọ́ta kò dọ́gba ni bàbá yìí ṣe bọ́ta. Sorry honestly some issues I can't help it and this is one of those shows. Go and learn Yoruba. A lot of cases is Yoruba people, and I don't know why our Yoruba people are disgracing us, always coming out with family issues. They will not sort it out inside. A video was sent to me. Iwájú ọmọ ni ìyá tí bàbá tí ń lu ọmọ. You will now tell me tomorrow that child will love the father. Ó máa hate ẹ kú ni. Even if that child gives you money, owó èpè ló ń fún ẹ owó èpè marble scott no vex. So we have to be very careful as parents, very careful. Nobody should blame Asake. Honestly, in all of this, nobody should blame Asake. In my own opinion, nobody should blame Asake. You need Awo Alata's number. Awo Alata, somebody need your number, or Reality and Mortgage Hub needs your number. We can only appeal. Asake, torí Ọlọ́run. They said your child is living with that man. If that man is that bad, why is your child in his house? Please, take care of this man. Take care of him based on humanity's sake. I know this is a trauma on you already that your father came to social media. I know this. I wouldn't want to talk about it anymore, except there is need. I still want to get across to the man. I've gotten his number. If I want to ask one or two things, don't back me call. We can only appeal to him. Oh, the mother has gone. She's where she is. Baba is dealing with what he's dealing. If it is the mother that is dealing with this case, with this kind of issue, Asake will take care of the mother very well. But there are some cases where a mother can influence a child. But please, you will blame him because he's not doing the needful. No, you cannot blame him. You don't know what he's going through. Wọ́n lọ ra mọ́tò fún bàbá ṣe bóun lélẹ́yìí. Wọ́n lọ ra mọ́tò fún bàbá yẹn. Not only that, wọ́n lọ fún bàbá yẹn lówó at a point. And all that. So, what do you want him to do? We don't know why he stopped giving him the money. For him to even come out. Ẹ wo video tó ṣe now. This video is loaded. Mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ó lè táyé lọ́rùn, táyé lọ́rùn. Ó lè táyé lọ́rùn, táyé lọ́rùn.
Asake.
Gbogbo tó bá ń ṣe.
Kì í ṣe bí irú eléyìí. Bá wa tọ́jú bàbá yìí jọ.
Àmà wọlé sùn.
Jọ.
Ó lè táyé lọ́rùn, táyé lọ́rùn. Ó lè táyé lọ́rùn, táyé.
Yvonne, will you stop it? Yvonne, will you stop it? Don't you have children? So if you ask something from your children, that is self-entitlement. Abba. Self-entitlement ni kọ́mọ yan ṣe fún yàn. Remember, the father reside in a country. Don't come and use Oyinbo mentality. Oyinbo is not talking because their system is well set for them for their old age. We don't have that in Nigeria. We don't have that in Nigeria. That's not self-entitlement. So Asake, if Asake does not know that man, he cannot help. He cannot. Look at it from another angle. For humanity's sake. For the man to cry out, there must be a reason. He can't just come out to cry out. God bless you, Kemi Alabi. Even this Oyinbo we are talking about, they take care of their family. You will see them. Ashamba won ṣiṣẹ́. They will come with their family, their grandchildren, and come and carry their father or their mother. Some, their parents live with them. The man is not asking for too much now. It was not as if the man was absent totally in his life. Hello.
Hello. We live in this country. Even if you are a millionaire, tí yóò bá tí sick ìyẹn ní mọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé the kind of sickness tí màá yẹn ní even tó bá open shop fún when the sickness starts ẹ mọ̀ kó máa gé ìnáwó yẹn ni.
ọ̀rọ̀ sí ṣọ́ọ̀pù wo bàbá yẹn ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ìtọ́jú ló ní kọ́ dẹ̀ máa fún monthly allowance.
so ojú máa yẹn tún ti fọ́.
ojú ẹ̀ ti fọ́ ti lọ.
wọ́n pò multi-million shop fún for the main fact pé sickness tí màá yẹn ní it's a terrible thing ó máa gba owó ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ẹ jẹ́ iye tó fi ń tọ́jú àwọn aláìsàn lamẹ́ríkà yìí náà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
no I don't even know ó ra mọ́tò fún ẹ̀ náà an excuse ó jẹ́ ó máa ta mọ́tò yẹn pàápàá.
no ṣe rí i pé wọ́n ra mọ́tò yẹn mà.
ó ti nílé àti àdùnní you understand what I mean ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn sickness kan lamẹ́ríkà yìí wọ́n ná 200,000 fún wọn lọ́dún.
dáadáa
you know what I'm talking about.
dáadáa.
ẹ ṣe tí wọ́n ní medical lamẹ́ríkà ni.
ẹ ṣe ìyá mi. ọ̀dà ìhèhè àwọn younger ones yìí mà dájú kẹ wọ́n mà tún dájú yàtọ̀ kẹ nígbà míì sì kọ́ yìí máa pé o we should even be rounding up ara tí ń ro mi ó tó rẹ̀ mí tẹ́lẹ̀ gan. ọ̀rọ̀ ṣọ́ọ̀pù kọ́ ni bàbá yẹn nídìí ìyá bàbá yẹn ti di monthly allowance after taking care of him monthly allowance steadily tọ́lọ́wọ̀n àfi sọ pé ó ti tó kó máa bọ̀. Hello, you are online.
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to say something, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Please, for some of us that are watching this show, either we are old or young, let us be learning from this experience. Because there are some of us that are sitting on this table now, and we are not doing anything. We are just catching cruise with Asake's story. Please, let's do the needful. Look at your children. This is a turning point. So
this new generation children are even worse. Wọ́n dájú.
Ma?
I said this generation children, this new generation children, wọ́n dájú.
What dájú gan? See, the kind of things that we are dealing with now. When we forget about forgiveness, forgiveness is cheap. Some children will even forgive you, but they will not give you eto, and eto is for example, you and some people say they are giving their parents monthly allowance. That is acceptable. Some children, seasonal occasion, like if they are real birthday, burial, they will give, but they will put limits to it, and it will still not give you happiness.
That's true.
So then when they ask you, they say, they give me some time, but are they giving it to your satisfaction? Some children don't have much, but they will almost give you everything they can afford. Some children, they have plenty. They will not even look at your side, or they just give you leftover. It is now on you to decide which one you want to choose. Because once your children turn to adults, excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma, you cannot decide for them. If you like, come to social media and cry morning and night. This is just reality now. They will see this money that we are talking about. Asake can afford times 100 of it, but he would rather go to a motherless baby's home and give it. If you ask him, so now please, we cannot be emotionally blackmailing children or family members thinking that it is your right. Yes, we want to take care of our parents, but please don't be watching this kind of show and be catching cool because your own is waiting for you. I beg. That's all I want to say now.
Thank you. Now I want to respond to a comment that somebody just said. Somebody said, based on culture and religion, we are obligated to care for our parents. Only God can judge how parents care for children and how children care for parents. My darling brother, that is a big lie. This is where we are missing it. You see, we use this religion thing and culture thing to mess up things, and we think things will remain the same. No. Don't put religion into what is on ground. Religion excuses people from doing their responsibility. Religion excuses people messing up. Religion allows people to do things and get away with it while destroying somebody. So take religion out of it. You cannot destroy somebody or destroy your foundation or destroy things for yourself and expect things to fall in place later in life. There is a law of sowing and reaping. What you sow, you reap. How you plant is how your seed is coming out. Okay? If you are planting your orange, you did not plant it well, it's not coming out well. Why can't you tell God to let that tree, that orange to grow, even with your mistake? The way you plant, the way you water it, the way you nurture it, the way you are tending to it is the way it will bring fruit for you. It's got nothing to do with God. Please, God cannot force anybody to do anything. God cannot force somebody hurting to do what they don't want to do. Don't use religion. Gone are the days they use religion in chaining people down. Gone are the days you really use religion to manipulate people's brain, even when they are hurting, even when they are in pains. Like religion will make people to stay in abusive marriage and say, the Bible says, for this reason shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to the wife, and they shall become one. God abhors divorce, and that person is crying inside the marriage. Gone are those days. Oh, what you sow, you reap. You sow well, you reap well. This is a big lesson. When Sway Baby case came out, that man is late now. Even when he cried, they were still beg. Well, when he was sick, they say his children abandoned him until the children came out and be the wife they come out ni to explain. Only WhatsApp. You can only call on WhatsApp. If I miss your call, I will call you back. The number to call is +1 Somebody said, I was not giving my dad monthly allowance when he was alive because he doesn't need it. I only buy him gifts. My father still paid for my master's degree. Even though I was working, I have fantastic salary. Not everybody have that privilege, my brother. Hello?
Hello, I'm sorry.
Ma?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma.
Okay, ma. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Around up. Hello, wo show me. What's your name?
Let me use Hello, ma.
You are online.
Okay, ma. Good evening. I just want to talk on the issue of trauma that you have mentioned. Nobody knows the trauma most of these children of separated parents go through. When people are talking about abuse, they'll be thinking, maybe insult. Baba mi sọ̀rọ̀ sí ní ó bú mi, insult, all those things, okay, wọ́n nà mí lẹ́gbàá. No, that's not the trauma. That is not the abuse. Most children go through a lot of mental, psychological, and abuse. Because of the carelessness of these parents, especially to that separate. So nǹkan tí Asake ti go through, you don't know what Asake has gone through. And probably the only way he can maybe forget or move on with his life is just to put everything behind him. Somebody like a Ninsin, I went through all this, and it is on my mother's side. So me any single feelings to her when she was alive.
I mentioned it.
Single feeling. So it's not even a gender thing. It's not even a gender thing. Ìjọ tí wọ́n sọ fún mi pé mọ́mì mi kú, ó dàbí pé kò sẹ́ni tó kú. Because I know what I went through. Even when I was living with her, I went through. Ìgbà tó máa fi lọ gbé mi sọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi, I still went through. Ìgbà tí bàbá mi kú tó wá tún gbé mi lọ sọ́dọ̀ uncle mi, mo still go through. And all these are because of the parents that could not just get themselves together. So a lot of trauma. And for me, the way I could handle my trauma was just put everything and everybody that traumatized me behind me. And that is the only way I could move on with my life. Me said me like my phone by making mommy me. I want to greet her. I will forward. You
see, that's trauma.
At the end of the day, I took care of her, but I didn't want to hear her voice. I didn't want to talk to her because it triggers me. It triggered me it affected me a lot. So nǹkan tí Asake go through, even living with some parents, it's even better. You could not even live with them than living in the same house with some parents that will, by themselves, traumatize you for life. So if not that, as I was hardened, as I became hardened. That is the only way I could move forward with my life. Because if I try to think of what I went through because of these people's decisions, especially my mother, so I don't blame Asake. Some people were not raised in love.
Benny.
They were not raised in love. They were raised on survivor, which hardens their heart.
Benny.
So somebody like that, you can't just come and say for
and start judging me.
That, like me, I put everything behind me. He said, "Bob, just stay there. It's okay." But when I mother-in-law me money cover for Mugo, there was no way it was even in my mind. Say my mother would come and stay in my house. So I said, "Master, nothing. I have nothing to say to her." So, but when she was sick, though, I had to just spend money and just said this thing. But I didn't feel no single feeling in my heart. I would like to live. So,
thank you, sis.
So, even if I told my parents what I went through, I'm sure they too they will weep because they did not know. There's a shame of program here. I used to enjoy your program so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Childhood trauma.
Hello?
Hello, you're online.
Hello, I'm sorry. Yes, I was just going to contribute a little bit to the thing.
Go ahead.
Just like the previous caller saying that we really can't blame Asake. I just want to really share that, children go through a lot when it comes to abuse, especially from the father. Hello?
We are here. I'm listening, Auntie. I'm listening to you. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm listening to you.
So, so children really go through it when it comes to situation like this. And it's always hard for you to judge the child and say, well, the child should forgive. It's easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Take, for instance, I'm going to use mine as an example. I was in a marriage for 32 years. My husband decided to do what, and I single-handedly sent those kids to American college, paid the tuition by myself, worked 2 jobs without sleep, and those children see what I went through to put them through college. Now, having done all that, they even begged him not to do what he did. He did it, which is now regretting it right now. But right now, the children have been so traumatized during the episode of whatever he was doing. Now, it's so difficult for them, despite the fact that I said, take care of your dad, send him money. They were like, if we didn't become anything, where was he when you were struggling to make us something? And I keep telling them, even if it's $50, just give it to him. He said, Mom, you know what you went through to put us through college. So right now, I just believe that, we cannot judge Asake, unless we hear from him what he has to say. If I tell them to take care of him, they don't want to hear it. They said, Mom, we will do it at our own time, but you cannot force us to help him. And I sympathize with him because what will old age find? But, he went and had children in Nigeria without the family knowing in America. And the children were like, if we give him any money, he's going to be using that money to take care of those children. We're not giving him anything. So
we just need to pray that God should minister to him, forgive, forget, but it's so hard. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká pé àwọn ọmọ pèyí wọ́n dájú. Gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé wọ́n dájú. Let them come and talk about their experience.
They can't carry the pain most of us carried.
So
they can't.
So let's give it time, Let's pray for God to minister to him, to be able to help this man. Does not deserve anything.
Yami. If you want to talk, call me on +1 240. It seems people want to use it opportunity to talk their mind. So I'll give you some time. Call me on +1 240 351 9287. Let me put the number again. Don't downplay people's trauma, Joe. If you have not been there. 351 9287. So we are still appealing to, we continue to appeal to that guy. WhatsApp only. Thank you, Tola. You are the admin. Okay. Thank you, my able admin on YouTube. So that is the number. So call if you want to call with the number. Oshe sweetheart me. Sweetheart me lórí YouTube. If you call I miss your line, I will call again. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, customer.
Mo ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
I remember something you were saying, some words that some parents have said. Now, I'm not going to say that because women should say that too sometimes. You know how some parents will just talk to their children like they say, I brought you, I can take you out, that kind of thing. Or maybe when we are in need of something. I particularly have somebody who is my dad. I asked for school fees and I didn't know how to go about it. And I remember because he was upset about something, he told me that if God touches my heart. And up to today, you know that I cannot forget that word. And I keep saying, if God touches your heart. So if God does not touch your heart, you will not take care of it. Okay, I held on to that word. Up to today. I forget.
Some of you cannot grow up during our own era.
I know, ma?
Some of you cannot grow up during our own era. We see shege. My generation see shege. And that is what we are transferring to our own children. That woman will be able to train no more.
It has built us. It has built courage in us that some parents cannot even begin to imagine how strong their children are. When I say strong, not in a bad way, but things that they can withstand. And then you now expect such child to grow up to be all loving and kind. If you plant maize, you cannot expect to harvest carrots. That's all I just want to say. I have a small sibling like that whose mom left her for a long time. And she used to dislike the mom. I don't want to use the word HACE. She used to dislike the mom. But somehow, fate brought them together again. And this woman explained to this girl, apologized and begged her. And you know that this girl by herself told me. She said, sister, I used to hate my mom before. But the way she explained things to me, how she had to leave me with my grandma. She said because my mom too was very young, she was inexperienced, she didn't know much. She was a child like me, just like I am. She said, so I have to just forgive her. I'm touching on that point.
And that is what most parents will not do.
Children will forgive some parents if they hear the truth. It is easy to forgive. So I will not blame Asake's mother that left him and faith.
That living now cannot even, we can't really say because I'm going to get feel. Go ahead.
Exactly. So imagine if a teenager has a child and the teenager looked, dropped the chance for somebody experienced to take care of and went and to
Auntie Bola,
to save their life.
Blocking Auntie Bola, if I'm blocking Mohammed Jalal yẹn, àwọn tó máa tó. Mo fẹ́ kó bá mi block èèyàn kan lórí Facebook kó tó sá lọ. Auntie Bola ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá mo ti rí. Go ahead.
Sometimes you cannot tell what the issue or situation was for the mom to have left. Not everybody leaves their children because they are heartless or because they are irresponsible. We just don't know. And for people saying that he's taking care of the mom more than he's taking care of the dad, even after the woman came back, see, mommy, we children, we see things. We know who is working hard. We know who is putting money down sometimes, but we see the people who really care. We see the people who really show love, not just acts of responsibility. And that's what some people cannot define. Some parents, they just have, because school left, they have paid school, if they have given God food for the house. But if that child can even come and ask you questions and expect a loving answer. And you expect to have a relationship with that child when they grow up, to sit with you and be doing what exactly. So you have to start from the start. You have to start from when they are small. Have conversations. Ask what interests them.
Thank you very much. It's in 4 minutes.
Yes,
oh yeah.
But please be a nurturer, not just a provider.
Yep.
I know it will weigh more than the other because some women we are naturally born nurturer. But please, as men, this is a new era. This is a new age.
Most men just plant. They don't nurture.
That's it, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Most men just born. They don't nurture. They don't know what is nurturing. Oh, I was about cutting off the line. All right, you are online. You called. I missed your call. That's why I'm calling back. So can you quickly contribute? Hello.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Sure, clearly.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you clearly.
I'm very excited to be part of this program today. I just want to use this opportunity to tell African parents, particularly either men or women that are blaming mothers. Can you please move away from that blame game? Move away from the blame game. Asake is an adult, a full-grown man.
Yeah.
Whom at his age, his mother will not, for whatever reason, be telling him what to do or how to do it.
What not to do.
If the father had a relationship with Asake will not take permission from the mother before sending money to the father. For the fact that he is not sending him anything means there has been no relationship, no full relationship.
Or they had issues. I think they said it was.
I want to follow suit from the last speaker. If you do not have a relationship with him when he was younger, you don't expect the relationship now that he is older. Gen Z generation have no room for sentiment.
Yeah.
Gen Z generation have no room for religion, this, religion, that. Even Bible said it. He said, a man that cannot provide for his own is worse than an infidel. And he said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children.
It's tough. We're living in
the point the other way.
Generation.
Had it been his Asake's father now that has inheritance to leave behind, will he remember Asake if all had been well with him? I don't know their story, I don't know their history, but people adverse childhood experience is so real. That is what causes the trauma. And so many African grown-ups today or children today are suffering that same trauma. And until we begin to walk away from that way of life and practice sincere love, not gimmick in homes, then there will be problems. And things like this will not fail, will not cease to reoccur. Thank you very much, Auntie Adina. I appreciate your program. And I love being part of it.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, ma.
God bless you too. Àwọn ìyá tó ń wo show yìí wọ́n pọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ìyá ń wo show yìí gan o. wọ́n follow program yìí káàkiri all over social media ni wọ́n kàn ń da oríṣiríṣi ẹ ti dáhùn èèyàn lóró mẹ́rin. If I miss your call I will call you back. You cannot afford to leave to go ahead.
Good evening, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You are online.
My personal experience is my mother has been the one taking care of us from when we were in cradle. We were 4 that my mom gave birth to my dad. And as we were growing up, my mother has been the one taking care of us. And it now got to a stage, and that was in 1982, when the suffering was just too much. My mom's parents now said, no, you have to leave this relationship. My mother left, and in collaboration with my mom's parents and our family, we were nurtured right from primary school up to secondary school. After my secondary school, my auntie, my mom's sister, said I should go and meet my dad. My dad said, "Ya teacher no mama okay mo baba teacher." That I should go away. That the lady Timothy cannot told me. I went back to my mom, and my mom's parents or people. I want to take care of her. And we now became something big in future. And I could remember immediately to Musheton in university. Came to Musheton University, got motivation. And that was when Nokia was to come to Nigeria. By that she said, "Ni Kinoti, within Nigeria, ni Banye, that she said, ni Econet." That should be 2000 or so. Mo ṣe ríṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Nokia nìyẹn tí mo bá Nokia ṣiṣẹ́. And that period, my dad now fell sick. Wọ́n ní the kidney problem. Wọ́n máa wá ń ṣe bí dialysis fún wọn every week. Wọ́n need owó. They will call me. My mom will be telling me, ẹ má jẹ́ kí bàbá yín kú. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí bàbá yín kú. Ẹ má wo nǹkan tó ṣe fún yín. My mom never sọ̀rọ̀ láti wá sí burúkú rí. Tó wẹ̀ àṣà ní bàbá méjì. Òun nìkan náà ṣáà ní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan táwọn ìyá yẹn máa ń sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n lè ní bàbá méjì.
No matter what Asake's father must have done, ó yẹ kí màmá Asake kó máa sọ fún òun ní bàbá méjì. And according to bóyá true bóyá kò true, wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ní Asake was small pé ìyá yẹn gan fi ilẹ̀.
Yes.
Tíṣà Asake ó sọ̀rọ̀ pé òun ni tíṣà Asake ó fún address ẹ pé bàbá ẹ̀ máa wá drop ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ní school. Then grandmother ẹ̀ máa wá gbé lọ́sàn-án, bàbá Asake máa lọ gbé lálẹ́. And in 2011, my father died. I took care of my father when he was sick. And over the job, inú kan bí mi, mo ní mi ò ní send owó yẹn for that very weekend. Mo fẹ́ travel lọ. Pé kí n lọ wò wọ́n lọ hospital bí tán wà. Mo wá dán hospital bí tán wà. I look at the back. Asiri Ara wọn máa ń wálẹ̀ pé kí n jọ ọ́. Mo wá ní dáàdì mi. Mo wá wò wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mo ní ṣé bí ẹ sọ pé ìyá tíṣà ló mọ̀ wọn kí n bá tíṣà. You been to Germany. You been to kì í ṣe school mo fẹ́ lọ. Lọ́dọ̀ fi ní owó. Wọ́n láwọn ọmọ bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn pé kí n jọ kí n dáríjì wọn. I wept that very day. Mo sunkún. I wept. Tí bá ti rántí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ̀kún máa ń gbọ̀n mí ni. And at the end of the day, ọkàn mi kàn sí. My mom was telling us pé kí lè ṣe léyìí fún. And I started taking care of that man like maybe you take care wọn rí. Mo wá bẹ̀ sí take care wọn gan gidi. And 5 years later, the man died. When the man died, àwa tí bàbá yìí start dànù. Àwa la wá ṣe òkú bàbá yìí. To the extent tó yẹ pé tí n bá sì travel lọ sí ilé today. This was 2011. people will still be also máa kí mi pé ẹ ṣe pé ìyá yín ò gbòòrò sí i nínú, and my mom now became an hero. That is what Asake supposed to do to the father. Ṣé bàbá ni òṣojúṣe ti tiẹ̀? If not, tó bá tí ò bá tiẹ̀ ṣe, you do your own as
he's traumatized.
So that he ò ní gbègún, and
kò ségun kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ kó ṣe nǹkan tó máa ṣe ni.
This is my personal experience, ma.
Thank you.
And ìyá máa ní good influence lórí ọmọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
And I will blame Iya Asake for this, for not making sure pé Asake tọ́jú bàbá ẹ̀ no matter what. Àti tó bá jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe bàbá Asake yẹn ló bí fún bí ẹlòmíì ni. Ìyá ní good influence lórí ọmọ no matter what. Do your own part as ọmọ. Sí bàbá or sí ìyá so that olúwẹ̀ ò ní gbègbè ayérayé. That is my own personal experience. I'm not always happy when I see people not taking care of their parents no matter what. They brought you to this world.
We are not the same. We are not the same, sir.
They brought you to
you
this world. You
can't tell people how to
It's very unfortunate that people are neglecting their parents that kò ṣe nǹkan fún mi, kò ṣe nǹkan fún mi. But you are in the capacity. Ọlọ́run lè gba gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ lónìí náà o.
Nobody can force Asake. I'm a appeal ni. Ṣègbọ́ sà kò dẹ̀ ségun kankan nípa ẹ̀. If he wants to do it, let him do it. Ẹ ṣégun, thank you so much. I'm sorry for what you went through.
It is well.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, somebody just sent this to me. I don't know how true. They said, let me expand it. They said this is coming from Asake. I don't know how true this is. I keep saying I don't know how true. And it says, I gave my father 100 million, bought a house for him, and he sold it. Now the world is laughing at me that I've ignored him. This man wastes money like a young boy. He even carry Olusho Asake. We don't know how true that is. I keep saying, but I just saw it. Somebody just sent it into my inbox. Now there's another video that just surfaced now that is sent.